Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. Behind me, 2010 Acura MDX. We're gonna be changing the rear brake pads and rotors. Let's get started. First thing you wanna do is jack the vehicle up, put it on jack stands. We'll pull our tire off. First thing I like to do is grab a flat screwdriver, put it in this window, and then we'll pull towards us. Just like that. And what that's doing is pushing in our caliper piston ahead of time so we don't have to do that step later. It also lets us know that our slide pins are still working. So just all the way till we bottom out. If you're unable to do that step, that's okay. Next, we'll pull our caliper off. Two 12mm bolts. We'll take our caliper and we'll just set it back here out of the way. Pull our brake pads off. Take off our hardware. And then we'll pull out our slide pins. We'll hold the boot back while we take out the metal. There we go. And we'll wipe off all this old grease. Get it good and clean. We'll apply new caliper grease. Now it's important that this grease is for calipers, not just any petroleum grease. We'll slide it back in. I like to twist it as it goes in. We'll do that to the bottom. Pull it out, wipe it off. New grease. Put it back in, twist it. Perfect. Now we'll pull off our bracket, 17mm. So I'm just gonna use a little hammer to help me. Buzz them out. Hold on to the bracket while we get the last one. Our rotor is held on with 2 Phillips screws. The best way to get these off is with an impact driver. We'll put this in, just like that. And I have the parking brake engaged to lock our rotor in place. Give it a good hit. There we go. Do that with the other one. Not too bad. If your head is stripped and you're not able to get them out, a lot of times you can use a really big drill bit and just drill off this head. If you're not able to do that, then a cutoff wheel or a cutting torch is the next bet. Now we'll disengage the emergency brake. I'll take that same hammer, we'll hit on our rotor, and that'll break it loose. There we go. Wiggle it off. Now we want to clean off our hub surface. For that, I have a drill with a cleaning wheel. We'll just get it the best we can. That looks pretty good. If you live in an extra rusty place, you can apply a little bit of anti-seize or another kind of corrosion inhibitor to your surface before installing your rotor. Now let's prep our rotor. Our rotors come with a protective coating on it for storage. So we want to take some brake clean and spray that off. I like doing this in a well-ventilated area. We'll just spray it down. Wipe it off with a clean rag. Flip it over and do the same thing. There we go. Let's install it. And we'll just put this on. We want to make sure that our holes line up for our screws. Then on our screws, we're going to put a little bit of anti-seize. Doesn't take a whole lot, just a little. Put that in, get it started. We'll do that to the other one too. Just a little bit of anti-seize. Get that on. I'll screw these down. And these don't have to be very tight. Just hand tight until the rotor starts spinning, should be plenty. And you'll notice a hole here in your rotor. We want to take the grommet out of the old rotor. So right there's the grommet. Let me get my screwdriver. We'll just pop that out of the center. Just like that. So there's our grommet. We'll just put this in the new rotor. Just kind of push it in one side at a time. Oh, too far. Take the rotor back off. Went on just a little too far. There, so maybe put the grommet in before you put the rotor, just in case you go too far like I did. You don't have to pull it back off. So we'll just put these back on. Now let's prep our bracket. On our bracket, we'll take that same cleaning drill and just clean out our channels before reinstalling our hardware. We'll take our new hardware, we'll put it on, just press it down until it locks in place. There we go, all the way down. We'll do that to the other side. Just push that in all the way. Perfect. Now let's install it. If you had a washer fall off, that's for our caliper bracket. It goes on the inside of this ear. So just on the inside where my thumb is, push it in. We'll take our bracket, we'll lay that on. Put our bolts in. snug it down. And these are torqued to 65 foot-pounds. I like doing the outside pad first because then you can kind of see how it needs to go in. Just push it in like that. Now the inside pad, we want the wear indicator on the bottom. Put that in. There we go. And back you up just a smidge. Our caliper should be ready to just slide on. If you weren't able to do that beginning step, you'll need a caliper piston tool. Let me pull this back off. You want to push in our caliper piston to make room for our new pads. There's a lot of different piston tools. I'll have a link in the description if you need one. But we'll put this on. Get these bolts in. And suck them down. And these are torqued to 27 foot-pounds. All right, that's it on this side. Next thing we want to do, put our tire on, we'll lower it. Go inside, we'll step on the brake pedal until they feel nice and firm. Then we'll do the same procedure on the other side. Good job. All right, there you go. That's how you can place your rear brake pads and rotors on your Acura. All in all, not too bad. The only thing that may give you a hang up are those little screws that hold the rotor on. But with the right tool, that impact driver, 99.9% of the time, they're gonna come out, no problem. So that's it. The next thing we want to do is take it on a good break-in test drive. And how we do that is bring the vehicle up to about 30, 35 miles an hour, and then come to a nice solid stop. And we don't want to lock the brakes, we want to feel a good stop, and then do it again. Bring it back up 35, 40 miles an hour, then come to a nice solid stop. We want to do that about 4 or 5 times, then our new brakes are ready to go. Thanks for watching. I'll have links in the description for all the parts and tools used. If you have any questions, comment, post down below. See you on the next one.